Am I the asshole for not telling my boyfriend that I own the building we live in?
Whoa. Baller move.
Just flex on him.
I mean, I don't know if that's his business. You know what I mean?
Fair.
I wonder if he's like, damn, landlord is like pretty chill. I never hear from the landlord. That's wild.
We've been here 4 years and the landlord's never come. That's crazy.
Man, we've never gotten like any complaints. I mean, we're pretty loud. I don't know.
I've never had to pay anything while we've been here.
Where does my check go?
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, I mean, I guess if it's like a long-term thing, then yeah, that seems like something you should say. But if you've just been dating for less than a year, I don't think that, you know, I'll say not the asshole. That's not like a huge, well, what does your job really matter to them anyways? You know what I mean?
I guess. What are you thinking, Nancy?
I'm thinking that it is a big enough deal. So yes, the asshole.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm so indecisive, y'all. But I agree. Like if it was a long-term relationship or I'm going to say a significant relationship. Like
Yeah, that's true.
something that
you foresee being
yes,
being
that they
long-term.
both valued, then sure. I mean, once you're boyfriend and girlfriend, I guess you both value the relationship. But if it's new or is this like a bad boyfriend? Is he like someone that she is trying to get away from? I don't know. I'm gonna go yes. Sorry,
Yes?
John.
Okay.
We're split again.
Split again. Let's hop into it and see which one of you are correct going out on this episode.
Hold my hand.
It's sweaty.
It is. Okay, never
Both
mind.
of ours.
Let it go.
When I was 18, my dad gifted me a house with 2 stories. I'm extremely thankful. We are not upper class, but my dad bought this house for cheap price a long time ago. And then in brackets, it was his grandmother's cousin's house. I know this is very extremely privileged, and I am grateful for this. The layout of this building is like an apartment, but it is a house. So basically, each story has its own separate entry, its own kitchen and bathroom. I live upstairs while I rent out the downstairs. My boyfriend, 25 male, moved in with me 3 months ago, and we have been together for 6 months. So is that a long enough time for you guys?
I want to say yeah. I would probably tell him.
Yeah, I would disclose it probably if it came up, but I mean, I also don't think it's like a deal breaker.
What is the reason for not? I'll let you continue.
Fair.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify on that. So she goes on to say, I have not asked him for money, neither for utilities, nor to pay me any rent. The only thing he contributes to me is groceries, which we split 50-50.
That's got to be on him then for never questioning anything ever.
3 months.
Yeah, you're just living fucking free and you're not going to be like,
paying.
we should talk about this money. Because then I would just feel like a freeloader. You know what I mean? I'm
at that point.
Hey, I'm trying to, like, if I'm going to move in, like, what's the rent situation?
Yeah,
And if she's like, oh, no, I got it covered. I'll be like, well, no. Like, I would feel more comfortable if I was, actively part of this paying rent.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't know. This kind of is on him.
I've not brought up that I own the building, as it's not something that I tell many people. If people ask me, of course, I tell them that I own it. But if they just assume I am a renter, then they can believe that. The topic of a landlord and renter downstairs or the owner of the building has not been something that we've talked about. This last Tuesday, the renter came up to tell me that the freezer had stopped working. I answered the door and my boyfriend heard us talking, I suppose. I went downstairs to take a look, and we both came to the conclusion that she would buy a new one and send me the receipt, and I would give her the money. She was very grateful for this solution. When I went upstairs, my boyfriend asked if it could be fixed. I told him no, but she was going to buy a new one, and then I would pay for it. He looked at me like I was crazy and asked why the hell would I pay for her freezer. I told him that because I was her landlord and the freezer was there when she started renting. I would stand for the cost. He just asked me if I was serious, to which I said I was. Now, you'll never guess where this goes. He began screaming at me.
Whoa.
Asking him why the hell I would withhold this information from him and that I was an evil person. I said I was sorry for not telling him, but
You've been living free, brother. You've been living for free.
Yeah.
You are the last person to get mad here. Again, no rent or utilities.
Yeah, and you'll never guess why he's actually upset. So I said I was sorry for not telling him, but I did not think it would matter. He said he could not believe he was together with someone who is a landlord that all of
Jesus.
us just use people for money, and the only thing that we people care about is money, and would rather have people be homeless than offer affordable rent.
Wow.
And then in brackets,
Such an
the downstairs
activist.
is 1 kitchen, 1 bathroom, and 4 other rooms, which I charge $500 in rent for. I understand that many people have had trouble with landlords, but I try my best to be a good one. He demanded that I give him 50% of the money I made from rent, or else I was just as bad as he thought.
Oh, you're done, brother. You bring nothing to this relation.
He has not talked to me since Tuesday, and I've tried telling him that I'm truly sorry, but he doesn't answer me at all. So am I the asshole?
No.
I don't think so.
Wild.
I would ask, like, why not tell your boyfriend at the beginning of the relationship?
I mean, but it doesn't seem like she was actively hiding it. It just never came up.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah, whenever he moved in, maybe it would have been time to be like, oh yeah, don't worry about rent because I own this thing.
I own the place, and it's
But then again, is that his fault for never asking?
well,
Why?
I think it's on both
I'm not
of them
paying
at
rent?
that point.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I
guess
mean?
it's both sides.
Because like she's not disclosing it, he's not asking, and not paying any rent. So
Yes.
it's on both of them for sure.
Yeah,
But at that point, he's not paying rent or anything for 3 months.
yeah.
Get over it. You know
I guess you could be like, if you knew that he fucking hated landlords, then yeah, you're keeping a lie. But also, I don't think that's true because I think he was just like, oh, I'm an activist unless you pay me. Unless we're both fucking profiting, then I push my morals aside.
no, he's
Yeah, that's
definitely
He's
the
wild.
asshole. I don't think she's the asshole at all. But that just like kind of bothered me. Like I got stuck on that of like,
Yeah.
why not just tell him? But his reaction and the way that he's been living rent free, what leg do you have to stand on? She's
Yeah.
a great landlord. She's,
Oh, yeah.
And this is coming from you just coming up to telling your tenant that you're going to buy them a new freezer.
yeah.
Like this wasn't you like coming up from like shaking them down for rent. You know what I mean?
I upcharged them $500 on rent.
Yeah, I said they better fucking buy their own freezer and I'm not paying them back.
Was he upset for living off of for like a freeloader, and so he like took it out on her like that?
I don't know.
I don't
Well, he's
know.
been freeloading even if she wasn't the
His
landlord.
ego
right?
maybe was
Yeah.
like,
I
that's
don't
so
know.
He's
confusing.
freeloading either way.
Either way, but maybe on one side he's like stick him to the big guy. I don't know. By not
But
paying
that's my
rent.
issue. I'm very anti landlord. We've talked about this many times on this podcast, but I'm anti, hey, you've got more than 2 properties and you're charging people out the ass for rent. You're an asshole. Like if you're living in your rental and renting out to someone else, you're fine. That's a livable, like you're doing a good thing and just trying to get by. It's when like corporations just buy up houses and
Yeah, when
charge out the ass for
Airbnb, when you profit off Airbnbs, but like just
Yes.
buying multiple properties, having them being shit construction, just copy and paste Airbnbs. Yeah, not great. But yeah, if it's just one house and you're renting it out, I think you're fine, especially if you're fucking living in there with them.
100% and charging $500 a month.
500 is
Such a steely wheelie.
unheard of. Where else can you find 5? And then for
Not
him to
in
be like,
Canada.
yeah, I want $250. Let me get half of that. Like
Yeah,
she's
after not
already
paying rent.
not making money, I don't think, off of this.
That's so true.
That's
the
not covering
audacity.
the mortgage at all. I would assume
Maybe a
probably
third.
barely the utilities. So yeah, I don't know. Wild. The fake activism is wild.
And then by accepting half of it, don't you become a landlord?
Yes.
too?
Which is why his fake activism is so dumb.
Yeah, it already sounds like he hates himself, so it's fine.
Yeah.
My God.
It's fine. It's fine that he hasn't talked to you. Just
Yeah.
Keep
Move
it that
on.
way.
Yeah, exactly. Kick him out. You're the landlord. You can do that.
Also, I wonder if she doesn't tell people that she's a landlord, maybe for that reason, but also because she just doesn't want to like seem like she's bragging that she has property,
For sure.
or like,
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe it's like trusting other people, but I don't know. Is there a reason why you didn't trust him to tell him? Or again, you weren't trying to hide it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
the first time that it came up,
me.
the first time that it came up, she was like, "Oh yeah, I own the place, so like, why would I replace it?"
Yeah,
It wasn't like so long to come
up organically. I'm with you guys. I feel like it should have came up pretty easily whenever he moved in. But if neither people really ask questions about it, then I guess
it's on both of them for sure. On that point, that's what I'm at.
Things happen for a reason. So if she didn't tell him, and then this is the result, then it's probably best that.
Yeah, it sounds like he would have been financially manipulative throughout your relationship. So I think that's okay to let him go.
Yep,
for sure.
So Reddit deemed not the asshole, and Kobayashi lower score Maru lower score fail said. It's entirely okay to not reveal the extent of your assets in the early phases of your relationship for this exact reason. Hell, this is an entire movie trope. I don't know which movie, but free rent and utilities weren't enough for him. And then, quote, pay me to live with you is not boyfriend material. So most of what we said and
it's why that OP is the one apologizing.
That is crazy.
Do not apologize. You have nothing to apologize for. He is a waste.